After experiencing what she considers to be a face parasite, Brandi Glanville, who is famous for her role on The Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, has been keeping her fans informed throughout the process. In a recent update, it was reported that the celebrity had been taken to the hospital in an emergency situation. In the midst of the news, fans are also taking the time to give their thoughts and prayers, as well as some advice regarding the situation. Earlier today, Brandi Glanville provided her fans with an update on her health. A significant number of fans are most familiar with Glanville as a result of her participation in multiple seasons of The Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. The Real Housewives Ultimate Girls Trip and The Traitors are two other shows in which she has made an appearance. During the years 2001 to 2010, she was married to Eddie Cibrian, who was her personal life partner. As of late, Glanville has been sharing updates with her followers on social media regarding her health concerns. According to the celebrity, she has been dealing with facial damage as a result of what are believed to be parasites. Glanville recently provided followers with another update on her health by saying that she had called 911 emergency services after experiencing difficulties moving about. This information was published on X. "My head and neck would not move for 4 hours this morning," she said in the post. "What a frustrating experience. I was unable to get out of bed," she said. "I dialed 911, had a pleasant ride in the ambulance, and now I am at this incredible location after spending 4 hours sitting in a wheelchair in the waiting area. During the first 4 hours of this morning, I was unable to move my head or neck. It was impossible for me to get out of bed. After sitting in a wheelchair in the waiting room for 24 hours, I finally arrived at this beautiful location after making a call to 911 and having a pleasant ride in the ambulance." Glanville commented further in a subsequent post, saying, "I despise this location, but it ought to be another enjoyable ambulance bill." There were pictures of a Kaiser Permanente form and what seemed to be Glanville's arm attached to IVs as she was lying down in a hospital gown. These pictures were included in this post. At the beginning of this month, Glanville gave an interview to Us Weekly in which she discussed the financial burden that her efforts to treat her parasite have caused her. The statement that she made at the time was, "I'm out of funds, and at this point I'm out more than 6 figures. At this point, I do not possess the resources necessary to travel anywhere. As I spend each day online, I find myself falling down a different rabbit hole. It's a draining burden. It is completely devouring." As was previously reported, Glanville sought assistance from the actor who plays Dr. Terry Dubrow on the show Botched. During an interview with Us Weekly, Dubrow made the following statement, "I can tell you something. Brandi has been significantly affected by whatever this mysterious illness is, and I'm trying to help her." Some of the Real Housewives stars' fans shared their health advice and stories that were similar to their own. The actress who played the role of Botched stated at the time, "People need to give her grace. Despite the fact that she is going through an extremely challenging moment, she is courageous and tough." An additional statement made by Dubrow was as follows, "I tell her, because we text frequently, that I see her ultimately, not too far away, hopefully on the other side of this." He proceeded by saying, "I believe that once we have a diagnosis and we have a treatment plan, that we will be able to move on to the next phase of this challenge." Following the most recent update that Glanville has provided, people have been expressing their condolences in the comments section. There were even a few supporters who offered their suggestions regarding what they believe she need to do. Other comments included the following, "Girl, you should get your hands on some ivermectin because it is a cure-all for a wide variety of conditions, even more so for viruses and parasites. The All Family Pharmacy is where I buy theirs. You are in my prayers. You are not the only one, so. Brandi, I hope you start to feel better very soon." In order to secure a bed in Canada, you are required to wait for a minimum of 8 hours. Regardless of the amount of discomfort you are experiencing, it's a terrible thing. I hope you are doing well today. At Brandi Glanville, I will be praying for you. What a terrifying experience that must have been for you. My hope is that you are making progress and receiving answers. Reality television has never been short on drama, but sometimes the most shocking moments happen far away from the cameras. This week, fans of the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills were left stunned after reports surfaced that Brandi Glanville called 911 and was rushed to the hospital by ambulance following a frightening medical emergency. Known for her fiery personality, unfiltered commentary, and polarizing presence on screen, Brandi has always lived her life openly. But this incident was something few expected, and the suddenness of it raised serious concerns among her supporters. As more details begin to emerge, the picture surrounding Brandi's medical scare grows clearer, yet the emotional weight of the moment continues to hang heavy in the air. A sudden emergency, according to those close to the situation. Brandi was at home when she began experiencing intense symptoms that escalated rapidly. The exact nature of the emergency was initially unclear, but it was severe enough for her to call 911 herself. Those who know Brandi well say that for her to reach out for help so quickly indicates just how serious the situation was. She is known for her independence and resilient personality, which makes her decision to seek immediate medical assistance all the more telling. Paramedics arrived shortly after the emergency call, assessing Brandi before transporting her to the nearest hospital. Witnesses described the scene as tense and swift, with EMTs working diligently as Brandi was placed on a stretcher and loaded into the ambulance. Though she was alert when responders arrived, she appeared distressed and physically overwhelmed. What led to the scare? While Brandi has not publicly detailed the exact cause of the emergency yet, those around her have hinted at a combination of exhaustion and possible complications related to stress. Over the past year, Brandi has faced an intense wave of public scrutiny and a number of difficult personal battles behind the scenes. Even without cameras rolling daily, the pressure of ongoing controversies, legal concerns, and online criticism can take a serious toll. In recent months, Brandi has mentioned feeling overwhelmed by non-stop drama connected to various franchises, cast members, and ongoing disputes. Behind the bravado and fiery exterior she is famous for, there have been signs of burnout. She has spoken openly about insomnia, emotional fatigue, and feeling unsupported through stressful periods. That kind of prolonged stress can manifest physically in sudden and frightening ways. Sources close to her also say she had been feeling unwell for days, but brushed off the symptoms until the situation became impossible to ignore. Like many reality stars, Brandi often pushes through discomfort, but this time her body forced her to stop. Fans react with shock and concern as news of the emergency spread across social media. Fans expressed shock and deep concern. Many shared their hopes for her quick recovery, while others reflected on how easily the pressures of fame can spiral into health crises. Brandi's supporters rallied instantly, sharing kind words, memories of her iconic TV moments, and heartfelt messages urging her to take her health seriously. Even some of her former castmates, despite the complicated history between them, quietly reached out or offered supportive remarks online. Brandi's relationship with the rest of the Rhobh cast has always been turbulent, but when health is at stake, the fences tend to mend quickly, at least temporarily. Several fans pointed out that Brandi has always been candid about her vulnerabilities, which makes moments like this feel especially personal for those who have followed her career for years. Her honesty, whether messy or inspirational, has made her one of the most relatable figures to come out of the reality TV world. That relatability amplified the emotional impact of her sudden hospitalization. Inside the hospital, the latest update at the hospital, Brandi underwent multiple tests as doctors worked to determine what triggered the emergency. While official statements have been limited, Insiders claim she is stable and receiving proper medical care. She is reportedly under observation and surrounded by close friends and family members who stepped in as soon as they heard what had happened. Medical professionals are said to be focusing on getting her symptoms under control while evaluating whether additional treatment or a longer recovery period is needed. Doctors have allegedly encouraged her to rest both physically and emotionally, advising her to slow down and prioritize her health above all else. Despite her reputation for resilience, Brandi is not invincible, and this episode has become a sobering reminder of the importance of stepping back and seeking balance. Those with knowledge of her condition say she is shaken but grateful she acted quickly when the symptoms intensified. A warning sign Brandi cannot ignore. This experience may serve as a turning point for Brandi. For years, she has been at the center of controversy after controversy, sometimes by choice and other times due to circumstances beyond her control. But the non-stop pace of public battles, filming pressures, and personal challenges can wear down even the strongest personalities. What happened this week underscores the toll that chronic stress can take. Brandi is known for putting on a brave face and diving into confrontations headfirst. But this incident may force her to reevaluate her boundaries and lifestyle. Friends have reportedly encouraged her to unplug from toxic online environments, delegate responsibilities, and surround herself with people who uplift rather than drain her. If there is any silver lining, it is that this scare may finally give Brandi the motivation to make changes that support her long-term well-being. What comes next? For now, Brandi's focus will likely be on recovering, regaining strength, and following her doctor's recommendations. Whether she will address the incident publicly remains unclear, though it is almost certain she will eventually share her experience once she feels grounded again. Transparency has always been her brand, and she rarely holds back for long. Fans are hoping she will take as much time as she needs before returning to the public eye. The entertainment world can wait, her health cannot. This emergency may also prompt deeper conversations within the reality TV community about the mental and emotional pressures placed on cast members. Brandi has long been vocal about the darker side of the industry, and this incident might amplify her voice in that ongoing discussion. A moment of reflection. Brandi Glanville's ambulance rush serves as a powerful reminder that even the most fearless reality stars can face very real, very human moments of vulnerability. Her decision to call 911 likely protected her from a far more serious outcome, and her fans will undoubtedly continue to send love and support as she navigates the aftermath. What matters most now is that she heals, rests, and returns only when she feels truly ready. Fame, drama, and headlines may come and go, but health is irreplaceable. For Brandi, this frightening experience could be the wake-up call she never wanted, but might truly need.